Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to drive forward in a car. This will be a very simple driving tutorial, and I'm going to be showing you the basics of driving a car forward. Let's get right to it. As you can see right here, I have already started the engine because you can see that the tachometer is above the zero. Now, when you want to drive a car forward, the first thing that you want to do once the engine has been started is take your foot and press the brake down. So I'm taking my foot, pressing the brake down like that. Now what that will do is that will engage the brakes, and that's going to make sure that when you put the car into gear, it's not going to start moving right away. It will also enable you to move the gear selector, because if you don't put your foot on the brake, you wouldn't regularly be able to move this. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to take the gear selector and I want to put it in drive, because drive is the gear that will move the car forward. You have a few options here. You have reverse, which goes backwards, neutral, which makes the car not move anywhere, and then drive. So to put it into drive, you're either going to press the button on the gear selector if there's a button, or if it's like this one, you're going to pull it to the side and then slide it down into drive. Now in this car, it actually has a D right there on the dashboard, which really allows you to double check that the car is indeed in drive. As you can see, my foot is still on the brake. Now, if you have an emergency brake, you are going to disengage the emergency brake. I have an emergency brake right here. I'm just going to pull it down. Now, as you can see, there was an emergency brake symbol right there. It's no longer there. So the next thing that we have to do is we have to actually begin to move the car forward. Now I'm going to explain what to do, and then I'm going to show you myself using that method. So right here we have, once again, my foot on the brake. Now what you want to do is you want to release your foot off the brake, and when you release your foot off the brake, the car will start to inch forward because of the drivetrain. It's going to start pulling the car forward. And what you want to do is you want to just lightly, slowly press on the gas pedal, which is the pedal to the right over there. There's a pedal to the right. It's hard to see because it's dark down there, but the pedal to the right is the gas pedal. So I'm going to slowly be pressing on the gas pedal. You don't want to mash the gas pedal because then it's unsafe and your car is going to accelerate really quickly. But you don't want to barely touch it because then your car won't be moving and you'll be more inclined to press it harder, which you don't want to do. So just lightly press it until you reach the acceleration level that you desire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by releasing the brake, and I'll show you that I'm going to be moving forward. I release the brake, I'm moving forward, slowly press the gas, and as you can see, I am driving forward in the car. Now I'm going to press the brake, and I'm pressing the brake, and that's bringing the car to a smooth stop. It's very, very simple. Now, in addition to driving forward in a straight line, you can actually drive forward while turning. That's right. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to drive forward while turning. So I'm going to take the steering wheel and I'm going to turn it to the right. Now, you would obviously use two hands to turn the steering wheel, but I'm at a standstill and I'm holding the camera with my other hand. So I'm just using one hand to turn it for this tutorial video. So I've turned it to the right. The wheels are pointed to the right. Now, what I would suggest doing when you are just starting to learn to drive is I would release the brake pedal first and start turning without pressing the gas. And what you want to do is just focus on turning while the brake pedal is released. Because you want to turn, number one, at slow speeds when you're learning how to steer the car. And number two, you don't really know how much the wheels of the car are turned and what type of turn, what sharpness of turn they will produce until you actually start turning. Like right now I turned the steering wheel. I have a good idea of how the car will turn because I've driven this car for many months now and I've been driving for many years. But if you're a new driver, you want to really take it slowly. So I'm going to release the brake pedal and I'm going to start turning the car. So as you can see, I'm releasing the brake pedal. The car is turning. Car is turning. I'm going to hold the steering wheel in this turned position. And now, when I want to go straight, right over here, I'm going to start turning the steering wheel back. And now the steering wheel is straight again, the car wheels are straight, and I'm driving forward. But I'm just releasing the brake pedal. I'm not pressing the gas because there's a fence right there. I don't need to accelerate. What I'll do is I'll turn one more time. So I'm going to come to a complete stop. My foot is pressed on the brake. I'm going to turn the steering wheel to the right, just a little bit this time, not nearly as much, almost a full turn. Release the brake pedal, okay? As you can see, I'm turning, and then I can adjust the sharpness of the turn by turning the steering wheel more or less. So right now I see I want to make this turn a little bit sharper. So I'm going to turn the steering wheel a bit more as I move, just like that. Hold it in that position, complete the turn. Now I'm on an incline, so I'm just barely pressing the gas. And then now that I'm ready to straighten out, turn the steering wheel back once again. Just like that. Press the brake to come to a complete stop. Now, the one thing that you will have to practice to master is smoothly starting off, smoothly driving forward. Because one thing, when people just learn how to drive, they think they're pressing the gas pedal lightly. But what happens is this. They end up pushing the gas pedal really hard, like this, and then they have to mash the brake pedal to come to a stop really quickly. So what you have to practice, what I would suggest practicing for driving forward, is just releasing the brake pedal, just like this. I'm releasing the brake pedal, moving forward, and slowly pressing the brake pedal to come to a nice, smooth stop. Just like that. That's the first thing. Then once you've mastered the smooth starting and stopping with just the brake pedal, then you're going to move on to the gas pedal. And now I'm just going to release the brake, slowly press the gas. I'm accelerating at a nice decent pace, and then I'm going to press the brake to come to a complete stop. Just like that. It's very, very simple. And just so it's clear, there's the brake pedal, there's the gas pedal right there, just right up in the corner there. As you can see, it's mounted to the top of the area over here. And this right here is another thing that you can rest your foot on, just on a side note. And that's basically it. In this video, I have shown you how to drive forward. I have outlined, I think, all of the aspects of learning to drive forward. I've outlined driving forward in a straight line, starting and stopping, and turning the steering wheel as you're driving forward, making smooth turns, and so forth. And I really hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial video. If you want to see more car lessons and car videos just like this one, hit that subscribe button and be sure to subscribe to the channel. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.